The first question that I have for you is what prompted you to move a private member's bill on this issue?
See, I am from the DMK party, which is basically a social reformation party. Our party, from the day of inception, is fighting for the causes of the downtrodden, the marginalized and sidelined people, and the backward and the scheduled caste people. And so also when we have been in power in Tamil Nadu, we have done a lot for the betterment of them. It goes to pages. The reforms we have done, they would have been legislated also. So I have been nurtured by those policies from my student days onwards. And my interaction with the transgender community, whenever I had the opportunity to come across, and I have addressed some of their gatherings on their invitation, and I have realized the agony they are undergoing. And yes, I thought I have to do something, but in what manner? It's not just lip sympathy or just a deliberation or a remark in the parliament will not bring any solution. So a law in place alone would do. I cannot persuade a government to do what I want, even though I may belong to a ruling party. I cannot. I know the practical difficulties. So we have a very good vent in the parliament to bring in a private member bill. I have earlier brought one with regard to the declaring of the languages that are in the 8th schedule of the constitution, the 22 regional languages to be the official languages of the union. So I had an experience, and based on that I tried. Bringing a private member bill is not so easy. Fortunately I had the opportunity, and this is of course that is the reason why I have brought that.
Okay, so I wanted to ask about the process of the consultation with the community. So what and when were the stakeholder interactions prior to the framing of the bill?
So many a time, even much earlier, I have had the chances to speak to them. I have addressed the HIV people's gatherings and the transgender community, and they used to meet me now and then. And after the introduction of this bill, I have introduced this. These community people and the self-help groups which are working for them came closer to me and expressed their happiness, and also they conveyed to me their interest and their anxiety in getting the bill passed through. So that intensified my intention.
Can you highlight the main provisions of the bill?
Main provisions means first, these people, most of them are in the streets begging and indulging in sex trade. Why? Because they are not accepted by the families, not supported by the society, and rejected by everyone. So basically they don't have anything, no place, even public toilets. So education will help them to come up in life. So I have suggested in my bill 2% reservations in education and employment to be given to them, and a national commission and state level commissions, a statutory body, to go into the issues and to implement the rights which they genuinely deserve, and legal aid and some special courts to address their cases with relate to their rights and privileges, and the medical care like SRS surgery free of cost. These are the main things that constitute.
And what is your response to the government's response to the passage of the bill?
Yeah, there was something, a dilemma arose in between whether the bill will pass through or something like that. But later the government showed a very gentle gesture, thanks to the intervention of the leader of the House, the Finance Minister, Mr. Arun Jaitley, that in such a sensitive social issue, the House need not be divided. So in the case I refused to withdraw the bill, taking the assurance of the Minister for Social Justice. He said a unanimous decision would be taken. So when the chair asked me whether I am prepared to withdraw, having confidence on the assurance of the minister, I said no, I am not convinced. I want the bill to be passed. So all the members already, most of the members have contributed, they have supported me. In the history, a private member bill's participation with 22 members, as far as my knowledge goes, I think this is the first one. So the government support was actually a very good support, and I must thank for that.
There have also been talks of the impractical clauses. So can you elaborate a little bit more
Not that
concerning the 2% reservation?
Only an excuse told by the minister, which I refuted on the floor of the House itself. Because any law, even the constitution is undergoing amendments. Even the laws which are in practice, which is being implemented, are undergoing changes. So a member bringing a bill, finding fault at the outset, its initial stage itself, is not, I think, an appreciable one. And moreover, I think the excuses which he told was not argumentative. For example, he said that the private firms are not giving reservations to the scheduled caste. There is no law for the private companies to provide reservations. So also one law enacted in the parliament will suddenly and naturally, obviously, apply to all the departments connected with the central government.
Okay, so did you expect such a passage for the bill before you introduced
I was
it?
hopeful.
Considering that
I was hopeful. Somehow or other, I was believing that this will be passed.
Okay, so can you tell me more about the way forward for the bill, and when is it going to be introduced in the Lok Sabha?
Yeah, the procedure is now, today it has been tabled in the Lok Sabha, and I have been asked by the Lok Sabha Secretariat to request a person from the Lok Sabha to initiate the bill.
Okay, why do you think that the government has not initiated a bill on transgender rights yet?
No, I think let us not go into the reasons. The government has not done. I was trying, and I did that. That's all. I see, when the government fails to do, or the government is reluctant to do, or the government is not awakened of some issues, it is the responsibility of the responsible members to provoke the government to do so, or else such methods.
The chairperson and the minister made many references to the convention of the House while asking you to withdraw the bill. So do you have any comments on that?
No, of course, they made references of the conventions only, and there are precedents for everything. And let this be a precedent.
Yeah. So, yeah, that would be all from my side, sir.
Fine.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.